Stop clapping in my face. It's disrespectful. It's rude. It's rude.
Camera speed.
This don't have nothing to do with Jesus. Where Jesus? Hey everybody, it's your boy, O.C. Allen. And like the creative team is holding me hostage. Yeah. I just don't understand why I'm being forced to do this. But I know that you've written down 46 questions. What is this? Okay. Your questions are in this bag. Are they in the bag or what? Okay. What the hell? Question number 1. What's the one thing you thought was true as a kid that turned out to be false? What? You know, as a kid, I thought that I could very quickly achieve everything that I wanted to achieve. I was very, very, very focused and, you know, just very driven. I did not realize that it takes time. There's a process. How do you handle disagreements with First G? Well, I'm sure First G is listening. But that's a great question. So one thing that I could say is that First G and I have ground rules. Early on in our marriage, we decided that it was great to have ground rules. And ground rules meaning we do our best to follow these rules when we have a disagreement, when we are trying to figure out how to come on the same page regarding family, finance, decisions that we need to make to move forward. That has been really key, listening to the other person, even if I think I'm right, which I'm right most of the time. Okay, you don't laugh so much. All right. Let us see. Favorite color? Black. Black. B-L-A-C. K. I got it. Oh, my God. He's screaming at me. All right. Bishop, what would you tell your 27-year-old self? I don't even remember when I was 27. Let me see. Oh, I would tell my 27-year-old, God, I just realized who I was at 27. I would tell myself that everything that you see in your future is actually going to come to pass. But it's not going to come to pass tomorrow or next month or next year or in the next 3 years. Oh my God, 46 years old. What's up, bruh? If you had a superpower, what would it be? To disappear. And I would do it now. No. Next question. Do you sometimes want a hamburger? All the time. Want a hamburger now. Shout out to Slutty Vegan. Best burger on the planet. The line is long. That was the best question. What's a personal goal that you have yet to complete? My next book. All right. Biggest living role model. I have a complicated role model and I have an amazing role model. And of course, President Hussein Obama. Oh my God. How have your children changed your life? In every way, in terms of how I think about myself, how I think about life. Children have humbled me. Having children has humbled me. It's caused me to have to work harder at being my best self at all times, which is not always the case. But children have really changed my life in every facet. Next question, do you want any more kids? Yes. I could have, First G, 12 children, 13, 18. Now, every time I say that, you know what First G says? We'll preach some more sermons. Make some more money. Then we can feed all these kids. I love children. I could have lots and lots and lots and lots of kids. That's my answer. Which year of your teens was the most defining? Probably turning 18. We're told that 18 is like, whoa, like the world has shifted. But it was more internal. You know, I was going through a lot of changes in every kind of way. Oh, so that's funny? What are you trying to imply? What are you trying to imply? 18. That's my answer and I'm sticking to it. That's all you get. Next question, would you ever jump out of a plane? Hell no. You know, really on the low, on the DL, I probably would enjoy that. I'd have to have like a 2-mile long net or something that could catch me with like stakes in the ground. I would fall like 6 feet. So the plane would have to just be 6 feet in the air. Then I'd jump out. Yes, I would jump out of the plane. It's 6 feet in the air. Oh my God, this bag is full of questions. All right, so what was your ultimate desire when creating the vision? That is a phenomenal question. My ultimate desire was to create a place for people to experience God. It's really simple to experience God. Anybody, no matter who you were off the street, or even if you didn't believe in God. I believed in God enough for you to experience God. Isn't that crazy? Next question. What is your spirit animal? What? An eagle. No, a lion. I have eagles. No, I have lions with wings. In my mind, a lion that has the wings of an eagle. Next question. What's my biggest pet peeve? Ooh. I think my biggest pet peeve can be found in people that complain but have no solutions. That just wears me out. I want to hear you. I know the pastor and me is supposed to listen to you. Then I want to know, do you have a solution? Tell us a funny story about you being disciplined as a child. It's really not funny. Well, my mother, she sang in the choir, and my grandmother too. I had to sit on the front row. I was made to sit on the front row. Mom, are you listening? You made me sit on the front row. And my mother be in the choir. If I was cutting up and the choir was singing, the choir would keep singing. She would come down from the choir loft in her choir row, tear me up on that front row, and go back to the choir stand and keep singing. Who does that? In front of everybody, just, we praising the Lord, and she has whipped my tail. Bishop, where is the new book? Really? Is this what y'all doing? It's coming. The book will be here. There's a little shade in there. Where's the next book? All this talking and preaching, where's my book? What are your plans after retirement? I don't know what retirement is. I don't think you retire from achieving your dreams. You must be talking about retiring from, ministry, which I think is an important thing to do. I want to teach, particularly around the areas of philosophy and success. I want to sculpt. I want to paint. I'm not jumping out of the plane. Next question, what? Will you consider running for office? Passion or purpose? Is it the same? How do you know the difference between passion and purpose and when you're operating in it? I think that purpose should always be the goal. Now, when you say passion, are you talking about intensity? Feelings, emotions, and intensity are supposed to complement purpose. Feelings should be submissive to purpose. I think we're almost there. How was your first time preaching? Were you ready? And did you know you would be a pastor? Ooh, yeah, I did. Oh my God, I feel like like Ryan. Yeah, I kind of did. I was raised by a family, and my mother and particularly my grandmother. I'm from a family of preachers. I was always told from a child that I would be pastoring. It was part of my DNA. My first time preaching, I was officially preaching. I preached for a youth day, and I was 12 years old, and it was one of the most defining moments of my childhood. I knew when I stood up to talk, this is where I was supposed to be. Favorite song? You know what, God's Plan by Drake. I love it. Good answer, right? What advice do you have for those who are starting a business after first failed try? Fail 7 times. Fail. If you can get over the fear of failure, you will succeed. So because you said the first time, and I'm trying to tell you, you may fail the second time, and the third time, and the fourth time. But when you keep doing it, and fail and keep doing it, and fail again and keep doing it, you will develop a resistance to failure, and failure won't matter and it won't control you. What are your top 3 favorite restaurants in Atlanta? I am a foodie. The first one is Bacchanalia. The second one would be the Ivy in Beverly Hills. And the third one is Slutty Vegan. How was your calling confirmed? Lord, I don't know. That's such a deep question. That's one of the real sanctified questions. I think it was confirmed through my journey of life. I mean, I didn't have a moment that just like God screamed out of, God doesn't scream at me. Like I know God screams at some of y'all. That's fine because y'all scream back at God. How do you overcome the fear of speaking God's word? I don't think you ever overcome it. Like I have moments where I am incredibly comfortable. I have moments where I am incredibly nervous. I have moments that I struggle with the tension of my own insecurity. First G, and anybody who knows me knows I am notorious when it comes to preparing or doing the best to be prepared. There are moments I'm not as prepared as I would like to be, probably 98% of the time. I feel like I could be more prepared. Are you great at public speaking? No. I'm always amazed when I hear people talk about my ability to speak. I think I work hard to be the best speaker that I could be, but I'm always learning, I'm always growing. Right now I'm studying the concept of mind mapping, how to organize thoughts so that as I speak, I have a certain process and a certain organization to those thoughts. And I study the great speakers of the world, the great speakers of the past. What advice do you have for budding intercessors? My advice is to learn how to strengthen your own personal prayer life. Most intercessors in the Black church tradition are taught to have a certain kind of public style of praying. And I feel that doesn't make you a person of prayer. To be an intercessor would mean to privately spend a lot of time learning how to pray for yourself, and then interceding for others requires you to learn how to pray for other people. And you do that as a habit, as a lifestyle. When did you realize you were called to shepherd this flock? When sheep began to show up. Most regrettable mistake. Oh my God, it's not most, I have a list. Not believing in myself. Did you have a childhood celebrity crush? Some of these questions is trick questions. I see you. I see what you're trying to do. Let's get back to that question. Bishop, how did you overcome the struggles of life? I've not overcome the struggles of life. I don't take myself too seriously sometimes. I give myself room to fail. to make mistakes, to be wrong. Bishop, any advice for new parents? New parents, learn how to be patient. If you're a new parent, start thinking about, what does it look like to have a 7-year-old? You don't know yet, but you can explore. Bishop, what do you do to relieve stress when all hell breaks loose? Breathe, calm down. I've learned to stop, breathe, and that has really helped me deal with the issue. You not dealing with it is not going to change. It's going to be right there when you get done. Right there. Soda or pop? Really? I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda. Favorite song in the world? My favorite church song is Great Is Thy Faithfulness. I love hymns. All right. What's your favorite memory from your wedding day? It was so beautiful. We got married on the beach, sunrise in Hilton Head, South Carolina. This little memory. So a little white lady was walking her dog along the beach. We are standing there in these white African outfits, and we go over to her and say, will you take a picture of us? She looked stunned. There was no official gay marriage. 2 black men, sunrise, it's 4, 5 something in the morning, white lady in South Carolina, and we asked to have our pictures taken. Oh, we just got married. She said, oh, okay, yeah, oh, okay. It was her face, it was the most wonderful thing to see. When did you come out or know that you were gay? What's one fear you want to conquer? One fear that I want to conquer is really one fear, and that is fear. If you weren't a bishop, what or who else would you be? I have no idea. I have no idea. What was the breaking point in your life that made you commit to fulfilling and excelling in your purpose? I don't know if I had a breaking point, but I've had thresholds. I had this little black book that had the entire vision of this thing that I saw. And it was called Vision. And one day I was driving, and the late Arnie Epps, one of our earliest members, picked up the book and read it, found it in the car. I was so angry because I fundamentally knew that the moment you speak it, it manifests. Dream vacation destination. Wow. I think we've been to the places that I've wanted to go. I want to go back to Italy. I do want to go back to Brazil, Egypt. 2 more questions. Thank you, Jesus. Bishop, are you a human being? Because some people seem to think you are Jesus. Most embarrassing moment was my first time at the White House. I was being vetted. I've told this story before. I was being vetted. I'm there. President Obama and the administration invited me to a breakfast along with a few others with the President of the United States, the leader of the free world. And the Secret Service came to my table and said, please, put your phone down. No pictures, no nothing. Well, when she walked away, another person and I, we said, so the president comes up, get your phone, take a picture of me talking to him, and I'll do the same for you. It's like, oh, got it. The Vice President comes over, President Biden at the time, Vice President Biden comes over, and the President of the United States comes over. This is the first time. I didn't know I was being vetted for the other stuff that happened, right? So I got to put on my best face. And the President of the United States is standing there and comes over to me. We're about to take a picture, and I have my phone right here. And President Obama says, didn't they tell you to put your phone down? I almost melted right there and died. The pastor's funeral was going to be the next week. Thank you, Jesus. And last question. Bishop, are there any stupid questions? If so, how do you handle them? Of course there are stupid questions. There are always stupid questions. I'm joking. You know, there are questions that I think have the answer in the question. And that's what I would say. I think every question has validity to it. I think people are always trying to figure out and find out more about what I think and how I feel. I think all those questions and all of these questions and all the other questions are part of that. I hope that in some way I have helped to give just a little more insight into who I am, who I would like to be, who I am working hard to be with the help of God.
And happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, this is your gift to me.
This is the greatest gift.
What kind of gift is this? Thank you. I love everybody. I love you so much. Thank you.